Picture this. You're a pilot, right? Cleared to land in Beirut, runways in sight, and suddenly, bam, a voice comes over the radio. But it's not air traffic control. It's a foreign military telling you to turn back.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like something out of a movie. But this actually happened.
Really?
Yeah, this is the reality at Beirut-Rafic Hariri Airport, September 28th, 2024.
No kidding. What happened?
So we're diving into this alleged Israeli cyber operation. It was aimed at stopping an Iranian cargo plane. Like, what's going on?
I mean, that's wild. What's the backstory? Why is this happening?
Well, you've got a lot going on, right?
Right.
Israel and Hezbollah, tensions are high. There was that recent Israeli operation in Gaza.
Right.
And Lebanon is stuck right in the middle.
Yeah, talk about a powder keg.
Exactly. So our mission here is to untangle this whole thing. How does an airport become a battleground?
Right.
And what does this incident tell us about this whole shadowy conflict brewing in the region?
Ready to dive in.
Okay, so let's break down what we know actually happened, like blow by blow. So you've got this Iranian cargo plane, flight QFZ 9964. It's operated by Qasem Air.
Qasem Air. That's interesting.
Yeah, and this is where it gets really wild. Israeli forces, they allegedly hijack the airport's radio frequencies.
Wow.
And they issue this warning, right, to the pilot, but also to the airport itself.
Bold move.
They're basically saying, you land this plane and there will be consequences.
So this is way more than just some political drama. This exposes the whole power dynamic in the region. Israel and Hezbollah, they've got this long history, right?
Yeah.
And Israel sees any potential arms shipment to Hezbollah as a direct threat.
Right. Makes sense.
So their goal, cut off the supply lines. And that's why in airport, it becomes this strategic choke point.
So that puts Lebanon's transport minister, Ali Hami, in a really tough spot.
Yeah, no kidding.
He's denying the plane landing permission, of course.
Right.
But he's also pushing back against Israel's accusations that the airport's being used for, shady stuff. That's a tough balancing act.
Yeah, you're telling me. He's caught between a rock and a hard place, really. Trying to keep the airport safe, maintain Lebanon's sovereignty, but then there's all this international pressure, too. It really highlights the situation Lebanon often finds itself in. This proxy battleground, stuck between Israel and Iran. And it feels like they've got limited options to actually control their own destiny.
It's a tough spot to be in, for sure. And the Israeli side, their military spokesman, Daniel Hagari, he's saying flat out no weapons to Hezbollah, period. But can it really be that simple?
I think that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? I mean, Israel's claiming they've taken out Hezbollah's leader, Hassan Nasrallah, but, without independent confirmation.
Right.
I think we got to be a little skeptical. Their actions, like this cyber thing, it could be a show of force, control the narrative.
Right.
Maybe a bit of both.
Yeah.
It just shows how important it is to be critical, to really analyze the information, especially in this region. It's volatile. Information's a weapon itself.
It feels like things could really blow up if someone makes the wrong move. What happens if this escalates? What are we looking at?
Well, the risks are huge, right? I mean, any miscalculation, any misstep, any party involved, you could have civilian casualties. And that just makes a bad situation a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
You could even see the entire region pulled into a wider conflict.
Yeah.
And it goes even further than that. Think about global trade routes, air travel.
Yeah.
Disruptions there affect everyone. What happens over there, it impacts the whole world. We're all connected.
It's true. What went down in Beirut, it really does feel like this microcosm of a much bigger picture. It's like this geopolitical chess match, and Lebanon is the board. So what now? How do Israel, Iran, and Hezbollah, how do they play this? And how do we as people just trying to understand what's going on, how do we cut through all the noise and figure out what's really happening?
It's a lot to think about.
It is. These are the questions we've got to be asking ourselves. This whole thing is complex and it's changing every day.
It really makes you think.
It does.